Hello and welcome to Gardening Naturally of Green Fingertips. My name's Josie and I am your natural gardening coach. Today we are talking about how to make the best compost for your garden. How do you make the best compost for your garden? Now, compost is something that's been practiced for decades, centuries, hundreds of years in all gardens all over the world. So we compost down vegetable matter, if you like, garden waste, a bit of kitchen waste, cardboard, papers, things like that. Most of our things are recycled with the compost bin. Making the best compost is a case of getting as much variety in there as possible because everything provides a different type of nutrient. So the basics of making compost is 50-50 brown waste to green waste. Brown waste would be cardboard, wood, coffee grounds, things like that, high carbon content items. These take a long time to break down, so they need to be counted with 50% green waste, which is like garden clippings, grass cuttings, vegetable peelings, dead flowers. If you've got cut flowers in your house, dead flowers. So they need to be 50-50 level. If you've got too much brown, it'll take forever to break down and compost, and it'll be sitting there dry and won't make very good compost. And if it's too much green, it will make a very vinegary smelling, nitrogen-rich, very nitrogen-rich slop. Break down really quickly, but it's not going to be made much use to your garden. It's going to be very potent for your garden, but not much good. So a good 50-50 mix of them both really makes the best compost. So you do need to make sure that you get a good quantity of both in there. So brown waste is high carbon content and green waste is high nitrogen content. So with the two levelling out, it makes the perfect compost, perfect nutrients for your garden. The different ingredients you add to your compost will add different nutrients as well. So you can fortify your compost with beyond the levels of the green and brown waste. If you have eggshells, if you eat eggs, breaking down eggshells in your compost will add calcium, will add magnesium to your compost, which is vitally important for your plants, but they don't need an awful lot of it. But having it in the compost really makes a difference. So if you're using your compost to mulch, it's going to then break down into your soil, infusing your soil with the calcium magnesium, so your plants can take it up. But when I put eggshells in, you make sure that they're crushed, really crushed up. And if you can, put them in a blender, because that really does the job well, and you don't have to mess around with your hands. And then they will break down much faster the more cut up they are. Things like fruit skins, banana skins are particularly good for potassium. So breaking down and fortifying your compost with potassium. Again, very important for root systems. It's very important for your plant's new growth. So having the green waste and the banana skins, so the nitrogen from the green waste and the potassium from the banana skins, be perfect for spring growth, for the new growth that the plants give. Absolutely perfect. So if you've got good homemade compost fortified with potassium and nitrogen, you're onto a winner. There are a few things that you shouldn't really add to your compost heap. So if you're putting your household waste in, make sure that you separate off any meat products, any dairy products. So you separate them off from your compost waste. And another thing you shouldn't really put in your compost heap is very fibrous leaves. Like flax leaves or cordyline, they are very fibrous leaves and they take absolutely forever to break down. And the last thing I would say, don't add to your compost heap would be any seed heads or seed pods. Now, somebody said to me once, only add to your compost heap when you want to see back in your garden. Now, sometimes you don't want to be adding seed heads to your compost heap because you'll have the plants all over your garden. And it's going to increase your weeding. It's all right if you've got a nature area and you want things self-seeding all over the place. Absolutely fine. Add what you want to the compost. But in your garden, if you don't want that side of things, if you don't want it in your garden, don't put it in your compost. It's quite a good rule of thumb, that one. As long as you keep in mind the 50-50 rule of brown carbon-based materials to green nitrogen-rich materials, keep the 50-50 rule in mind. You're onto a winner to start with. That's a really important starting point for compost. But then adding things like eggshells and banana skins to fortify it with all the different nutrients that they provide. Having a mixture of different greenery and different kitchen wastes, if you like, that will fortify your compost and making the very best compost that you can make for your garden, providing it with more nutrients than any feeds that you can buy, really turbocharging your compost. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. It will help more people see my videos and let me know that I'm making good content for you. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to press the subscribe button and the bell to be notified when my videos come out each week. And I will see you in my next video. See you later.